really topple the country. And at this point in time, Nigerians cannot afford to go through that scenario. We have gone through it before, and it is not something anyone is ready to go through again. Considering the insecurity in the country and the frustration that quite a lot of Nigerians are going through, it is pertinent that persons who consider themselves traditional leaders, religious leaders, clerics, whatever, should try and maintain, equality in the polity. When situations arise, it is important for leaders to curb it, to ensure that things do not go out of hand. Now, something happened very recently, and it's because of Asari Dokubo. So, Asari Dokubo was once known as a Niger Delta activist, a proponent of actually the Biafran struggle, the emancipation of the Niger Deltans or the Ijo from Nigeria. He has actually been one who used to support the Biafran movement. What changed, we do not know. But let's take a listen to this before we listen to Asari Dokubo's recent statement, which, if something was not done, could have resulted to something else.
By one sick man called Lugard. And there is nobody called a Nigerian. If you go to Lagos and there's somebody in the bus and they ask, how many people are in the bus? They say 5 persons and 1 Gambari. Who is a Gambari? Is he not supposed to be a Nigerian? If you go there, you go to the north, they say Nyamiri. You go there, say,
now, I wanted to know that this video...
Berebe Banzani. If they are rioting in Kano, they will not look for Ghanaians to kill. They will look for Igbos, Yoruba to kill. The same is everywhere. So where is the Nigeria we are talking about? Until the...
So the reason why I'm playing this throwback video of Asari Dokubo when he was younger was because of the recent statement he's making. Asari Dokubo had once called for the disintegration of Nigeria. He had been a strong advocate for the division of Nigeria. He had always maintained that the resources were situated in the Niger Delta and that they could do without Nigeria. When he was young, he was very vibrant, a literal speaker against the oneness of Nigeria, always advocated that Nigerians...
issues of the Niger Delta and the people who are dispossessed of their sovereignty is solved. There will be no peace, and people like us...
Okay, so we're having a situation with the internet, it's buffering. But I just wanted us to listen to him because when this narrative
will not agree, because the Bible says, and I want to quote, how can I...
He made a statement that if the security agencies do not come into this...
sing the Lord God's song in a strange land. How can I...
So I want us to take a listen to what Asari Dokubo said with the recent fracas that transpired in Port Harcourt very recently, which obviously set tongues wagging as to his reaction and the statement he made, which is anti-democratic and called for something that was considered very dangerous.
IPOB supporters have
Okay, so we're having the situation this evening, but I will be able to play it in the course of the conversation today. The reason why I said again why it was imperative for us to take a listen to this was he interpreted what transpired recently to something else. And I said that nobody should be allowed to create such a scenario with how heated up the polity is. So listen to this.
Have invaded River State and on our soil had killed, destroyed the properties of Muslim Northerners. Muslim Northerners for a crime committed by a Christian. Mosque 6 were vandalized. One mosque was burnt down, was burned and totally vandalized. When I heard the information yesterday about Muslim being attacked, in fact, it was a Christian relation living at Obibo that called me that oil mill is an old area, northerners and others were fighting because an Aboki killed a Christian. And immediately I reached out to members of the northern community. Immediately I started making calls, and most of them were unaware of what was happening. In fact, I don't want to mention their name, but one of them told me that the person is lying, there is no such incident. And immediately he said, I said, look, try to find out. And immediately swung to action. And he later called me that indeed there was a riot going on and northerners had been attacked. And he was in a position as the leader, one of the leaders of the northern community, to immediately do something about it. So I urged him to immediately do something about it. I called some security officers immediately to alert them, which they told me they already know, and they are trying to put mechanism in place to stop what was happening. Finally, in the night, because my phone kept ringing and we kept talking, finally in the night, I got one of the northern leaders, one of the Arewa leaders, who told me that two Christians fought. One from Benue, a Tifi man, and the other one from Adamawa. The one from Adamawa, two Christians. The one from Adamawa stabbed the one from Benue to death. Immediately, the Igbos around took it over and started a Aboki must go protest. Destroyed all the shops owned mostly by northern Muslims. I don't think there was any Christian shop that was destroyed. And attack mosque, vandalize the oil mill mosque, attack the one mosque, and it is feared that people must have been captured and have been killed. Yeah. You can't turn our state to battleground to fight your ethnic war, to fight your religious war. River State cannot be converted to a battleground.
Now, for a couple of us who actually know the truth, it was also very beautiful that one of the northern leaders or Arewa leaders in Rivers, where the situation occurred, was the one who now came out to clear the narrative by saying that certain persons were using what happened to create ethnic tension, meaning that Asari Dokubo misrepresented what transpired in Rivers just to create sentiment against another ethnic group. Let's take a listen to him while he was clarifying what transpired.
What is going on social media is very wrong. Hausa don't kill TV man. Hausa don't kill TV man. Hausa don't kill TV man. That is what is going on. Come on. And the truth of the matter, let me clear this air. Two people are fighting between a thief man and a Adamawa person. They are the people fighting. And finally, the Adamawa person stabbed the thief guy, and the thief guy died. And both of them, two of them, are Christians from the same religion, from the same faith, but all are northerners. We are part of us.
Now they kill another.
And now the people that even other people, even though some of them are not from the thief, hijack the matter, start killing a northerners. You understand? try killing the northern community people and Muslims. They want to turn the thing to religion war. We don't want it. The thief, the Doma, the Hausas, all we are one family. The matter will die. The people that die, may their soul rest in peace. We that are alive, let's take note and hold ourselves. Peace salam, salam alaikum. Maybe.
Now, this was the leader, in the market leader there, who described what happened. Two men, one is a trader, and I think both traders, but they're from the same, ethnic group. Also, in terms of religion, they are Christians. In what way did the imbroglio or the fracas that took place turn into Igbos destroying mosques and churches? He was so deliberate in having to make it seem like it was the Igbos that caused what happened. The Igbos killed Northerners. And you know how these things happen. You know the fragility in the nation. You know literally how sensitive everywhere is. It's been a campaign premise being set up by opponents, setting up tribes against each other. And even if something like that would happen, it should come from a sense of what the truth is. Now, no security agency went to meet him. This is Asari Dokubo, who had made a lot of statements against the Nigerian state, against
I am not a Nigerian. I live and die an Ijoma. I will never become a Nigerian or a River State man. I am not. This battle stand called River State, why was it created? To cause confusion. When the Igbos rose against the Nigerian oppressive state, in order to cause confusion between we and our brothers, the Igbos, Ojukwu Gowon deceitfully created what he called River State, another battle stand, another homeland for dispossessed people. I want to say that our fight, the fight of Ken Saro-Wiwa, Isaac Boro, and all the fallen heroes, is to reclaim our stolen sovereignty. For this, I was detained for 2 years. 10 months, 13 days on the ground by the maximum ruler of the Nigerian state, General Olusegun Obasanjo.
But we have to rise up. We have to know who we are. The only thing that can guarantee our freedom is the independence of Biafra. There's no two ways about it. Good luck if you like to pretend. The only security for you is independence. The then if you like pretend, the only security for you is independence. Charlie Boy pretend the only independence for you, the only freedom, the only liberty, peace for you is the independence of Biafra. We are capable of achieving independence of Biafra. They are not stronger than us. Here Oyibo Remaso Oyibo. Oyibo Remaso Oyibo. Why Chinebia?
So the question is, what happened? This was a statement made during the era of, he made a statement during the era of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, also made a statement during the era of Olusegun Obasanjo. So where did this come from? Where did the mouth change? What was it? Is it politics? We need to understand that politics is the detriment of the disintegration of your country. Asari Dokubo has once advocated for the disintegration of Nigeria and for the recognition of the Ijaw nation, for the recognition of Biafra until some sort of peace settlement or something emerged. And now he seems to be enjoying in that largesse. Again, like I said, this is indeed the political season, but it was quite a dangerous rhetoric that Asari Dokubo started off with, considering how sensitive things are. Meanwhile, the minority House of Rep members just stormed out of the chamber over the Electoral Act amendment. They actually called the All Progressives Congress members in the House only. Now, obviously, Kingsley Chinda is the opposition lawmaker led by Minority Leader, who is Kingsley Chinda. He rejected the new clause, describing it as anti-people. All right, the House of Rep today agreed to provide for both real-time electronic transmission and manual transmission of election results. It also followed a fierce debate on the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2025 ahead of the 2027 election. This, however, did not sit well with the opposition lawmakers who accused the All Progressives Congress of manipulating the process and imposing manual transmission on Nigerians. So this led to the minority leaders in the House staging a walkout. By the end of the day, did their walkout make any difference? It didn't make any difference. The House decided to rule on what they wanted to rule. Both electronic transmission of results and manual collation of results is what was passed on and would be signed into law. Meanwhile, the protesters gathered outside the National Assembly today were tear gassed. Apparently, the military policemen there tear gassed them for having to come close or wanting to gain entrance into the National Assembly complex, despite them being asked to stay away from the gate of the National Assembly complex. The protesters had to run away. They had major leaders, Obi Ezekwesili, Omoyele Sowore, as well as the SDP presidential candidate in 2023. These members actually were there, and there was tension outside the National Assembly complex today. This is not the first of its kind. It happened yesterday and 2 days ago, where the protesters gathered outside the National Assembly demanding for real-time transmission of election results. Sowore said that what the military police did is actually a declaration of war on Nigerians going about their constitutional requirements, who say they do not want what the National Assembly is doing. Also, there were talks that governors were induced or influenced or bullied to join the All Progressives Congress. Otherwise, monies or funds for palliative will not be given to them. Governor Ademola Adeleke is one of such persons who have actually, has felt the impact of not joining the current All Progressives Congress. Also, the Zamfara State governor attributed to that fact by saying that other governors received 500 billion naira, but he has not received anything. And despite that, governance in his state has continued. He says he's not ready to join any other political party for now. But if the PDP can fix their internal wranglings, obviously they'll be able to, do something about it. And he obviously said that this is one of the reasons why majority of the senators are joining the All Progressives Congress. We do know as well that Seyi Makinde, there are talks that he may be joining the ADC very soon. He has not said anything in regards to that, despite what IFI said about it. In the meantime, Nigerians are calling on the federal government to please secure the lives and property of Nigerians on the road. They're afraid of carrying out their activities by traveling from one state to the other because they do not know what they'll meet on the road. Tickets to go by air is very expensive. They may not be able to afford it, but a couple of persons who rely on transporting items via the road are asking for protection so that they can go about their businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest this evening is Comrade Tony Imbata. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And I have Mr. Lawal Ekundai as well with us here in the studio.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Tony Imbata, what would you say about Asari Dokubo?
You see, the issue of Nigerian state and Asari Dokubo, his utterances, is very, very pained. People should, I'm pained when I listen to some of those utterances, and some ignorant minorities will begin to talk. Remember, it took Babangida 50-something years for him to change the narrative against the Igbo nation. Mm-hmm. Now, Asari Dokubo, when things began to change was when rogues, armed robbers, 419ers were made king of a community. And when the governors are the people giving the staff of office to a traditional ruler, so a governor will now decide who to give this, people that will support him. And some cases in Imo State, they bought it with almost 30 million naira. 30 million naira, they will give you a staff of office. That is when things began to change in the village, in the community. In the community.
Really?
So
and now, that's what Seyi Makinde is doing.
So when these rogues, armed robbers, without exception, becomes the king of the community, things will change. They can easily be induced. Asari Dokubo, history had it that, he said it when he was talking about Biafra, that Gowon created River State because he wanted to undermine the Igbo nation, when Ojukwu rose and spoke against the injustice meant for them. And now he was fighting, and he was saying it. Today, look at two different people fought. Two Northerners fought. And Asari Dokubo was not there. Now look at the narrative he's creating, because this is political time. In order to bring the head of this person against those people, when people are talking like a primate, there was one so-called primate, god of men,
God of men that acquire his power for
Primate,
demons.
Elijah.
Whatever name, I don't want to mention his name, that the Igbos are the problem. You now begin to ask yourself, why this hatred against the Igbo nation? What is it that the Igbo man have done to this country? Remember what happened in Aburi? Gowon signed Aburi conference. And Ojukwu came back for us to implement it. Instead of him to implement it, Gowon went and did otherwise. Gowon did otherwise. And I've said it time without number. Truth can only set this country free. If we refuse to say the truth, this country will be in perpetual down and things will not be well. Because Gowon have refused to open up. No wonder God is still keeping him for him to say the truth. Babangida at his own age have said the truth. And God will bless him. You know, God forgive that armed robber at the point of death. Babangida have said it. So, Asari Dokubo making all this, we know where he's coming from.
All right, Mr. Lawal Kundayo, the beautiful thing about this is it was quite applauding that the Northerners, whom a couple of people used to say, you tell them to go, they go. You tell them to come, they come. I mean, there was reason applied. You heard one of the leaders in the market who spoke and addressed journalists as to what truly transpired. Initially, you would have heard something else. Things would have become something else, you know. But they're now more, they're awake now. They're not a set of persons you can use anymore for your own political aggrandizement for a certain agenda. They're wiser, they're more smarter, and they're more aware of the community. So they don't just absorb any information given to them without them finding out. You know, normally before, once they hear this kind of thing from somebody like him who they consider is an authority, you start seeing reprisal attacks. They don't care about anything. But the wisdom applied in how this whole thing was handled is a beautiful thing. How would you consider the fact that someone of such a person or a caliber could make such a statement, isolate what happened between two individuals of the same ethnic group, had nothing to do with others, and literally turned it to become something that some certain persons did for no reason, and making it seem as if certain persons wanted to cause war in their state? Where is that coming from?
Actually, you know, when some things happen, you have sympathizers. You have people who have experienced similar thing and there was no justice. So all of them have it in their mind. So when you have a repeat of such an incident, you see people picking sides. That was what happened there. Maybe those people who pick sides have experienced things like that and then it was swept under the carpet. That's why you see it becoming a riot. One. Second,
I don't understand. What did you say?
No, what I'm trying to say, see, the person that narrated the story said that it was between two Northerners that were Christians, which you are not sure they are Christians. You just mentioned the word, but we know that they are from the north. But I'm not going to put religion. No, I'm not going to put that religion. I'm not going to agree with that.
We're talking of where the market leader said something, please. It's not about you.
I know what I'm saying because he can do it. He can say his own. We still expect the government to come up with his investigation.
Sir,
the police.
These are the people that were in the market. They got the first-hand information. Let's not confuse the info, please.
I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm
Continue.
saying because the police can still come up with their own investigation and say, no, this is what happened. This is not what happened. So we still have it as that. Now, you see, when the instrument of the state is diverted for personal reasons, it's not that things like this will happen. That is what is going on. Things like this will happen. The police, when it comes to discharging their duties, are tilted towards the politicians. Now, you now see the people coming out to try and protect themselves. Now, the case of Asari Dokubo talking is one of those things. Because long ago, you have said so many things that you should have been invited. But you see, nothing is happening. Why? That's why I said when the instrument of the state is being used for personal reasons, you are going to see loopholes here and there. That's why I said sometimes when somebody says something or does something and no action is taken by the state concerning that person and it repeats itself again, you see some other pockets of things coming up after that and they'll be taking sides, you know. That is what you see the case of Asari Dokubo speaking. Anytime you see him come out and say what he feel like saying, and then nothing happens to him. Okay. But if it were somebody else, would have been picked long time ago. That's what just I want to say about that. This is the fault of the people who manages this country for us.
All right, Mr. Tony Mbata, if you recall, this same Asari Dokubo had made a statement, I think, was it last year? I don't know if it's earlier in the middle of last year, where he said that he tried to indict Peter Obi into drug business. That I think he said his sister or a brother, somebody related to him, is in Peru prison going through some ordeal because of Peter Obi. And I remember that the person who used to chastise Peter Obi a lot, that's Reno Mokri, had to come out to tell Asari Dokubo that assertion he made is false. There's nobody in Peru prison who is going through anything drugs related to Mr. Peter Obi. And he made such a statement on Facebook. It was a live stream. Asari Dokubo boldly made that statement as if he had his facts, like he knew what he was talking about. Nothing happened. After it was found out that information was false, nobody found anything. Nobody invited him for questioning as to what his source was. Nobody asked exactly what was the intention of such a false information. So why is the state not applying the gavel on persons they know who are deliberately trying to heat up the polity? Why I'm asking that is, if you recall during Buhari's administration, a young person who supposedly shaded the president's wife was picked up by the DSS. Last year as well, some certain persons who made derogatory statements against the president and the president's son, who are called social media activists whatsoever, they were picked up by the DSS in their homes. I don't even know, one of the ladies, they took her from Lagos to Abuja, DSS quarters. I don't know if they've released the lady now or not. And you've had a young person who made a statement recently about, after the coup situation, I think the person is also from this Rivers, a young boy who was carried because he said he wished the coup thing had happened and our president had, immediately the DSS took him away. So it now feels like there is selectivism in how this thing is done. Why is that so?
The same Asari has said that he used the instrument of government to kill the Igbos when they formed this. But he said it, that he's killing people.
He said it was a contract.
It's a contract. That's what I'm saying now.
With the FG, which the FG and the Nigerian military denied.
So forget about those denial. See, Esther, ab initio, Nigerian state was created on falsehood.
Okay.
That's no truth. We have never been one. And this country cannot be one. Because the constitution itself says, we, the people of Nigeria, have sat down, decided to give ourselves constitution. Where? When? Nobody have done such a thing. And you remember what Asari was saying, I quote him, that a lunatic called Logdugdad sat somewhere and
yeah, that was what he said, yes.
Now,
he said that when
if you look at Nigeria, there have never been a time that we are one, and we have never agreed to be one. Even the amalgamation of Nigeria, even when we had it in the story that Bafemi Awolowo was telling Zeke, let us go, these people are not ready. I say, let us wait. We have never. And building Nigeria in a state of lies, both the constitution, the Bible said a house built not a solid ground will always fall. So Nigeria,
lies will sink.
It will sink. Nigeria is built on a faulty ground until we agree. And secondly, I have said it here. Why Asari, people like Asari is going scot-free is that nobody, no leader, apart from Obasanjo or Jonathan, we can't say Yaradua. We can't say Yaradua because Yaradua is still coming, showing us the good aspect of him, and Nigerians, we are happy. God bless his soul. No Nigerian from Buhari, even when Buhari was the 4-1, it was Idiabo that was doing whatever he was doing. It's like Buhari was caged. If you look at it, no leader since APC.
It's like Buhari was caged in what sense?
Yes, when Buhari and Idiabo was ruling.
Okay, you're referring to them. Please, let's this our history. Let's put it in context.
It was Idiabo, that's a Nigerian, knowing what is good for the people of Nigeria, that was doing what we are seeing. At that time, people time it to be Buhari. It's not Buhari.
Okay.
Idiabo loved this country. Now, when Buhari came back to the second tenure, we now saw the true nature of Buhari, that Buhari is a religious bigotry. Buhari killed this country. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu started his own. So, because none of these leaders, so-called leaders, political leaders, they are not leaders. A political leader is not a leader.
So I'm sorry, please, Mr. Tony Mbata, please be careful with certain remarks. There were perceptions that there was religious bigotry in his administration, but not to say Buhari is a religious bigot.
I can prove it to you, sir.
Please,
can I prove it to you?
No.
Can I prove it to you? Can I prove it that Buhari is a religious bigotry? Let me prove it to you.
You are judged by the work you do.
Let me prove it for you what he said.
Okay.
Buhari, who said that the Christians, if anything, if the Christians should vote, the Muslims should not vote Christians, and that the blood will flow if anything happened, if the election that brought him in was rigged, and the election was not rigged. And Buhari has made a lot of utterances that supposed to divide this country by calling a set of region that they are dot, as if he's messing us. Buhari has made a lot of utterances that supposed to put this country in a state of confusion, but that is apart. So what I'm saying is that both Buhari and Bola Ahmed Tinubu and some other leaders, his name was Bola Ahmed Tinubu before he became the president. So I can choose to call him President or Bola Ahmed, Mr. President or Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's his name. So whatever I choose, I call. You can call me Tony Mbata, you can call me Comrade. So President is not his name. So, but I call him the president of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay. They have never loved this country. Why did I say so? Because this Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the kind of politics he's playing, he's destroying Nigeria. The politics of regionalism, sentiment, where you are coming from. These people are not from this. Don't vote for this person. If you vote for this person, he's not going to develop your place.
Have you ever heard him say something
when
like that?
2023 election, it was on camera, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as at then, was telling his people, don't vote certain person, because he said he's going to open seaport for them. And when he did that,
say so?
He said it was on camera, it was on social media.
Better calm down.
No, we saw all this thing. We don't need to paint it.
Mr. Tony, we're on national radio.
Yes.
Please be very careful.
Careful of what? He didn't say it.
Mr. Tony Mbata, please. We're not fighting here. We're having a conversation. We're not fighting. What we know he said is Emiloka. That is what we heard.
Not only Emiloka.
Hold on, please. Mr. Lawa Ekundai, did he say anything like that? Don't vote for this person, vote for... Was there a categorical statement where he says, don't vote for this person, vote for this person? Or rather, he says, it is my turn, right? Because I have made people, it is now my turn to become one. Is that not what we all heard?
No, there are so many other things that were said. So many. Even before...
I know so many things were said.
So maybe he has his evidence.
I'm coming. I'm referring to where the president has said, don't vote for this person because of this, rather vote for me. Did you get any categorical statement to that?
No, actually, if you are contesting, and then you have opposition, you have the right to say that.
There is a reason why I asked this. Some of the languages were spoken in Yoruba, but I'm sure you listened to the president's broadcast at the time. Did he make such a statement? We need to be very careful. And did he make such a statement? Or rather, what we heard is Emiloka.
No, that's why I said he said more than that. But I would decline.
Esther, even Peter B.
Yes or no?
Even Peter B. said what our president said when he was doing campaign. He still said it.
What did he say?
Vote for me. Don't vote for the other person.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu
what did Peter Obi say?
Peter Obi said it. That Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which all of us had it, and it's on record,
Tony,
that people should not vote for Peter Obi because he said he's going to decentralize the port. And when they decentralize the port, that economic power that Lagos is having, they will not have it. He said it. It's on record.
Mr. Tony Mbata, you said Peter Obi said what
he irritated what? Said. Yes.
Where?
This is what I'm telling you, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he was campaigning, 2023, said, don't vote for Peter Obi. because he said he's going to
Mr.
decentralize
Lawal
the
Kundayo.
port.
To me, there's
We're not
nothing
trying
big
to.
about- nothing wrong about that.
We're not trying to heat up the polity, and I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with how Mr. Tony Bata is speaking right now. We have to be very careful. We're talking
understand.
about something very sensitive. The plan is not to heat up the polity or divide the polity further. We're speaking about a situation where institutions are selective in carrying out justice, and that's what we're trying to refer
Esther,
to.
you
I'm
are
coming-
misunderstanding
no,
me,
Mr.
because
Tony.
this is where we're supposed to correct it before you now say what you are saying.
Hold on, please, Mr. Tony. Hold on. The aura it's not pleasant, and that's not what we're trying to do here. I'm very, very sorry. Please, I started off by saying something that the polity is very sensitive. Very sensitive. With what Asari Dokubo said, it was dangerous. And thank God our northern brothers are now very wise. They're no longer toolboxes to be used by politicians to create a certain narrative.
Yeah, I
and
understand.
we're speaking on this aspect. Why is the institution that is meant to correct some of these anomalies, why are they complacent or why are they selective? That's what I was asking you. And you were saying that these institutions, when they are used for personal reasons and they don't do what they're supposed to do, other people carry out such an act. Okay? But we saw where these institutions picked up people who made statements that made sentiment against the president and all of that they considered to be derogatory or that heated up the polity. How come they are blind to this?
That's why I said that when the instrument of the state is used for personal reasons, then things like this are bound to happen.
Okay.
People raise highbrow. See, it is said all over the world, there's no place you get to. It is fundamental that no human being has power. Nobody, what you command now is not your power. You are commanding some certain people and they listen to you. The day they refuse to listen to you, that's the end. Nobody has power. It's only God that has power, who can take and keep, So now, and that's what they fail to realize, because the moment they have that power, they be like, okay, I can use that power for my personal gain and remain in power and get so many other things. Look at Malami now. There was a time he's the attorney general, he could do this, he could do that. But now, somebody is attorney general and somebody is using the same instrument against him, and it's not only against him, he even went as far as his families, because it involved his son and his wife. Okay, there was a time Desani was somewhere, now he's somewhere. There was a time Obasanjo was even Buhari was president, is somewhere here now. So that is what they fail to understand. One day you will leave this thing. Even while you are in power, you can still be disgraced. Now, these are what we see. I'm not against Asari Dokubo when he speaks for his people, naturally, because as the moment you have a certain people forming a large community, they are already a nation on their own, so they need to be protected. They need to protect their culture and be respected as a nation. But the same thing must be applied to others. So if you allow certain people to say this, then you must allow other certain people to say the same thing. I remember what happened to Igbo. If some people were comparing Igbo, I said, go and check the history, even with DSS or government. They have never caught this man with a single weapon. When DSS went to his house, they fabricated weapons. He has come out many times. He even went around the whole state doing this Yoruba nation awareness. Did you see him with any weapon? No. But he was chased all over. The same thing with so many Kanu is somewhere here now. We don't even see where they made judgment. We are seeing where they quote the Bible. I don't understand. So you can now, all these things, what we are saying is that let us have a rule of law, where everybody is under the same rule, including the president, because the president will spend 8 years and we expect him to leave that place and somebody else will come in. So we are expecting a rule of law, but we don't see it these days. That's what we don't see.
Now, Comrade Tony Bata, we have seen a situation where presidential aides, close allies of the president, make statements that divides the polity. And a couple of Nigerians feel that it is these persons whom you could consider the progenitors of divisive politics. And that's why certain persons are not carried away when they make certain statements that could implode the polity. One of such persons that have been termed as that is Mr. Bayananaga, the president's, media aide. And obviously, he had made categorical statements against the Igbos. He had made categorical statements against Peter Obi. And we saw how that generated to a point where everything on social media is concerning such sentiments that hits up the polity. If there is going to be any arrest carried out, should it start off with the president's aide, who was the first person whom we saw on bold print make such a sentiment, such a statement that started off the division in the polity?
Yeah, like Mr. Kunda said, when there is no justice, there will be no development. If we don't believe on what the Constitution said, that every man, we are all equal before the law. And if you have a selective justice, that means we cannot move. And that's why I said Nigeria is built on deceit. It is that deceit they are still riding on. That's why people like Onanoga will make a statement and they will look at it, they will not say anything. Somebody like Asari will talk, they will not say anything. And when somebody like maybe Tony Mbata from an Igbo man, you say, grab him, kill him. You see, there was a time somebody defended himself over somebody wanted to kill him.
You're referring to Sunday Jackson?
Yes, and instead of telling them, this person defended himself.
The court,
asked
him to be sentenced to death.
So you see, he was sentenced. It was because people were crying. You see what is happening. Yeah, on Sunday we were here. A Fulani man called. Say, why must they give Ribado, National Security Advisor to the president, being a Fulani man? I'm quoting him, that he himself is a Fulani man. That Mr. President knows what is happening in his security. But that he's a Fulani man. That one must, moreover, Ribado is a police officer. Now, when we have this selective judgment, is there tell you that the leaders, the so-called leaders, they don't love this country because they are not obeying their oath of office. They are not obeying it. And when you are not obeying it and you are doing your selective justice, and also when you are distributing our money, you know people to give it. Remember, as soon as you win election to become a governor or president, you are now a father of all nations. Every state supposed to enjoy what they're supposed to enjoy.
Yes.
You don't play politics with our economy. You don't play politics with our lives. So, you see, when you now win election, you say, because these people did not vote for me, they are dot. And any development will not go to that region. What are you telling us? You are telling those regions that they are not part of your country because they didn't vote for you. Look at some of the demolition they are doing. Because some set of people are leaving this place. You will go there and demolish their businesses without any court order, without following due process. I was in Galas the other day. We were discussing this issue. Somebody came out and said, see, we have been voting for APC and look at what people are doing to us. So the criteria of not to demolish people's house is no longer that you build your house on a wrong fitting. The government will say, this place you are not supposed to build on it. Meanwhile, we're supposed to remove it. But because you voted for a certain party, so whatever you do, you are correct. Oshomelo said it.
All right. Now, let's look at what happened in the House today. I'm sure you guys must have heard the whole situation that transpired where the minority members in the House staged a walkout. They were chanting APC, Ole, because of the transmission of the real-time transmission of election results, right? And what happened after that was that while the senators staged the walkout, a couple of Nigerians felt like it made no difference. But are we saying that we've gotten to a one-party state? Let's play this. If you're watching us on YouTube, the video is also on YouTube. So from what we heard yesterday when they sat in the chambers, right, and, they did not conclude, it proceeded till today, we heard from sources that they met in the night, precisely like very way early in the morning, in the Senate President's home, where they decided to have an agreement. You know, this thing where you lobby. Let's all have one voice. So at the House, you know, we already override the minorities. Let's agree to this. And in that process, lobbies, you know, you lobby and all of that stuff. So when they came to the House today, this was basically what happened. And the minority leaders, the House of Rep members who are in the minority, staged a walkout, and they left and said, oh, they have collected money. They have shared money amongst themselves. That's basically what this was saying. So are we in danger of with what happened today?
We are in danger. In fact, Nigeria has always been in danger. Since we took independence, we have always been in danger, because the independence we took is for some certain people, not for the whole Nigerians. Now, it's good they did that. They did that workout, because if they didn't do it, they will still go ahead and do the same thing they did today, while the others will keep going. So if Nigerians are looking at them, they will look at them holistically as people who are against the people of Nigeria. Because when the people you represent say this is what they want, and then you go to the House and you are doing something that is different from what the people who elected you want, then you are against the people. That is treason. Because all power belongs to the people. That's what the Constitution. All power belongs to the people. The people said this is what they want, and you went to the House and you are doing the same thing, a different thing that people are protesting against. You tear gas them away. Now that means you are against the Nigerian people, because you are not doing what we want. Now, those who did that walkout, they have shown their own grievances before the public that we are not part of them. We are not, because when they get to the outside, they will still do the majority. So if they keep quiet, they will take them all together as well. They are the same. But those ones have shown themselves that they are on the side of Nigerians, and they want progress for this country. They want development. These are the set of people who didn't want it. I remember during the time of Saraki, they did the same thing. They went to visit Buhari. Before they came back, those ones did. You get now. You can see a lot of. I don't understand what if. That's why sometimes when I compare Nigeria with these countries who have sense, where you have leaders who have sense. I will use the word sense. Who have the love of the people in their heart, you begin to want to weep that what is exactly wrong with us. Go to the house, see the way they are so, you know, they discuss, they talk, and people they listen to the voice of the people. Any protest like this, you see the house convening and making decisions based on what the people have come to, you know, what they want, the majority wants, but not here. Not here. So why would someone not accuse them that they've been, they've been compromised, you know, materially? That's what is happening. And for these people coming out to say it, that means we've had cases like now where the Senate president said, is it a give text message? Remind me that has been sent to them.
Christmas,
money to be sent to your account, or prayers to be sent to your account.
Change it that. I've forgotten.
Yes,
so,
prayers will be sent to your account.
Yes, prayers will be sent to your account. He said it openly now.
All right. Mr. Tony Mbata, the All Progressives Congress was a political party that promised change in 2015. They said they were going to create a new Nigeria, something different from what the PDP had been doing. They felt the premise of the APC at the time when they came on board was to rout out corruption and protect the nation, fight insecurity, and recalibrate the economy. Bring it up from the doldrums they claimed the PDP had put it in. How come the APC is now seen or perceived or termed as the worst political party that has administered Nigeria you can ever think of since we decided to practice democracy in 1999?
Esther, I borrow a word from Nneamwodo, I think 2003, Ego Square Convention of PDP. He said, my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds. APC promised Nigerians change, and they are giving us change. Something different from what PDP is giving us. And that is what they are giving us. But I pity we, the poor Nigerians, because we are very few at that particular time that says we should listen to these people and watch what they are going to give to Nigeria. Why any reasonable Nigerians will know that this country is finished, and you need to cry. We need to cry and pray that things will change. APC, when you look at the people, when Jonathan was talking, there was something Jonathan said. He said, look at these people, when they are talking with anger and bitterness as if somebody have collected their property. Jonathan said it. Say, these people that promise you change, you watch very well. And Nigeria, some people went to Jota and we saw what happened. You see, until we ask God for forgiveness, because when the people realize, even the scripture say, when my people who are called by my name can humble themselves and pray and forsake their wicked ways, he said, when they pray, I will heal their land. But because APC have deceived us, and I thank God for the Nigerian masses, I keep saying it, the Nigerian masses 2023 election, anybody that is accusing Nigerian masses that they did not vote it right, I will not agree. They give all to themselves and what they want, and they voted it, and the judiciary and INEC with their glitch change everything. But I'm praying that these people that think that they are in power today, no champion reign forever.
Yeah,
Esther, please, there's something I want to say. Give me 2 minutes.
Please hold your thoughts, because we need to go on a break. We'll be right back after this break. Please, after the break, the evening rush continues. My name is Esther Wachki. You've been listening to Mr. Lawal Ekundaya and Mr. Tony Bata with us in the studio. We'll be right back shortly.
House dey dark and NEPA bill dey choke. E dey worry you as e dey affect your business. So no Chant don come. Imagine say you wake up for morning, light no shake, fridge don block, business no get wahala, everything dey okay. No be dream o. With Yohaku, na you dey control your light. Yohaku dey sell gas cooker, freezer, fridge, and dem go furnish you with modern kitchen o. Whether na inverter, batteries, panels, smart street lights, na solar AC system wey you wan use for house, business, abi for industrial work, Yohaku stand chim to help you. Bye to NEPA bill o. No wait till transformer go spoil again o. Oh yeah, run call Yohaku for 070-121-30260 or 080-324-82573, or you fit to call 080-669-60066. For Lagos, we dey for shop F1179 industrial section, Ojo Alaba International Market, or shop G6 electronic section, Alaba International Market, Headline, Ute Uboti Plaza, Abuja office na Corporate 13, Dubai International Market, back of Games Village, Karu District for Abuja. For Port Harcourt, we dey for number 51, Oporo Road, Eziowa Elite Trade Center for Rivers State. Yohaku website na www.yohakuproducts.com. Online store na www.yohakustore.com. Yohaku, from sun to earth, we dey make your mind dey cool.
Welcome back. This is still the evening rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Mr. Lawal Ekundaya, you were about to say something before we went on the break. Please
yes,
go ahead.
I want to say that anybody who accuses PDP of destroying or ruining this country, the person is seriously speaking out of his stomach. He's not being fair at all.
Okay.
Because Jonathan has proved to the old world that PDP is still the best, one of the, let me say, if not the best, perhaps the best party. You know why?
Why?
Because for one thing he did, when he saw that he was losing the election, he didn't even bother to tell the INEC chairman, like Mahmoud did that time. He didn't tell him to stop. He said, the moment he saw he was losing, what did he do? He congratulated that this is the will of the people. I will go for the will of the people. Yeah. There's no leader that is as good as that, and there's no party as good as that. Go and write it down. Not the one in which I mean, look at what happened in 2023, for God's sake. And you are now comparing PDP to another party. No, don't do that, because PDP has shown that they listen to the voice of the people. That is
okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, and even more than that, you see when Jonathan wanted to remove fuel subsidy for the, and it was majorly discussed with intellectuals, and there was things, the way the whole thing will be removed. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was there. This Sanusi was there, and they all planned how these things will work out. What did we hear? People like your president and other people, our president now, and what's the name? This Tunde Bakari, and all of them. Where should you call them? All of them. They came out and Adeboye them. You see what they did, and look at what we are facing. But what we are saying, what I am saying, if anybody love this country, and if we say we are one Nigeria, do you see this tribalism we are playing as a politics? I said it on my YouTube channel, Mazito Nimbata, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is destroying the Yorubas. And somebody asked me why. You know, the Yorubas are the people that love education. People that don't joke with education. Even you see a mechanic, he's doing a corresponding study abroad or anywhere. But today, what majority of them, they saw Owoda Aburu as a hallmark of everything, because they believe that money is it. When you wale Owoda, and that is, you are killing a generation. And also this issue of these people are from this, go do this. We are not showing a good example. Things can change. Things will change. Somebody that is in front, you'll be in the back. People are using the government apparatus to fight some set of people. Things will change. Right. I still remember what Mordecai told Esther. He said, if you don't do this, God can use somebody to do it.
All right. Mr. Lawal Okondayo, apparently, based on the Reps passing Electoral Act Amendment Bill, they have aligned with the Senate, that's House of Reps, which is obviously how you saw them speak up today. And they decided to align with the National Assembly. They aligned with the Senate. They have dropped the real-time electronic transmission of votes. They removed indirect primary option for party primaries. Can you explain what that means?
Indirect.
Yes, the indirect primary option for party primaries.
And normally direct means everything is visible. You do it. The indirect, there are some words that give opportunity.
So what happened between yesterday and today, that from their allies with the Senate and the House of Rep members, between yesterday and today?
That is to sorry. We are hearing that the House of Rep,
they had to convene because the House of Rep, they've been quite vibrant.
That they need this thing to be transmitted.
Yes, they're more vibrant than the Senate.
Yes,
you understand.
And
so what changed?
What changed?
When you have everybody decamping to APC now, and then you now have one central person dictating. So what is democratic about the party? What's democratic? So it is easy for someone to just pick a call and gather everybody together and say, no, this is the direction you are going. Your head is there or your head is not there. You just have to flow with it. That's what we saw now.
You want to say something?
Yes, what changed? What changed is not only that. What changed is that when you have, sorry to use this word, lunatics that don't know their word. Lunatics, mad people that don't know their word, anybody can change them. And people that are not looking at the future. When you are not thinking about the future generation, you are thinking about yourself immediately. And now, you destroy generation and destroy yourself. You will shoot yourself on the leg. You think that you are doing Nigerians that are protesting and you are shooting them tear gas. Tomorrow, Esther, tomorrow, I am 50 years old, 51 years old. I have seen things. I have seen people that sat in authority and affluent, but today they are crying. I said it here, time without number, that if Obasanjo knew what is happening now will happen, Obasanjo will have streamlined and make sure that our election will have been the best. Even though I respect Obasanjo till I die, he's a great leader, but Obasanjo finished this country by giving us this kind of electoral act.
All right, let's listen to Godswill Akpabio. This was in the House today, when he was asking them to stand up and raise their hands.
On your seat, and you also raise your hand. So if you are in support that the proviso, which enables
Okay. We're having a situation with the network. I hope it gets better very soon. Okay, so the idea at the House today was for the yea or nay to commence, and obviously he asked the question.
You will stand up on your seat, and you also raise your hand. So if you are in support that the proviso, which enables the presiding officer to proceed to the next center for collation with the hard copy of the sign from EC 8A, so that collation can continue. If you are in support that the word...
I don't even understand what he's saying.
If you're in support...
If I support that, if there is any... that they are pulling boot, there is no network, you can now use that collation instead of transmitting it to come to collation center.
For manual, to collate manually.
That's the worst voting I've ever had.
But that's what they decided to do at the House. Where they said that in case there's no network, so you don't delay the process, that you try.
Esther,
but he give me, sorry,
wait, I'm coming. Can you tell your oga who employ you here tell you that Esther, when you want to get
proviso remains to enable the presiding officer to do so after imputing all the items.
You can track.
Can you please? Can you rise?
It is compulsory.
Can you rise and raise your hand so that the public can see you? Come and count. Only raise your hand. Don't open your mouth. Raise your hand. Stand up, raise your hand, don't open your mouth so that the public can see you. Because the social media must see you. Now we don't want to see those who are insisting that if it does not... We want to see those who are saying if the transmission or communication fails, that the election stops there.
You see how he's twisting the matter. You see how he's twisting the matter. It's not even clear. See how he's twisting the matter.
Okay.
We are statesmen in this country. Don't misrepresent us. Don't. Please. No proviso. What we are saying is that we are disagreeing with the proviso.
Those opposed to the proviso, can you now stand up and raise your hand? Count. The results are as follows. Those who do not want any proviso are 15 in number.
Imagine.
Okay.
That is rigging. You want to tell me that they can use electronic voting in that house in which your complete is identified by machine. When you see that you complain, every other day you voted. You must stand up with that crowd and everybody shout.
You see what APC government, people like Akpabio, they are doing is that they are calling for anarchy. Tomorrow they will say somebody is calling for anarchy. This thing is, they are calling for anarchy in the country. They are calling for the anarchy in the country. The leadership of APC and presidency should address themselves. Because this thing will not happen.
Why would they want?
Because they say they have the governors. They are saying they are performing. Why are they afraid of electronic real-time transmission of result?
You have everything. Mr. Tony, you are giving option to INEC, who has collected all the money in the world to do everything.
And Mikey Gimme came out on channel was telling us INEC have the capacity to transmit result, and they have come and they have done the analysis that there is no say place of this country that they don't have network.
With the money INEC collect, he has the capacity to provide generator for each polling booth. He has the capacity to provide network for each polling booth. With this money he has collected, every polling booth will have generator and his own network.
That where there is a conflict between the from ECHA, which is manual and capable of being manipulated, and the electronically transmitted results, that the electronically transmitted results will create over the manual. These positions were turned down, and we are aware that they were turned down by members of the APC, not on grounds of patriotism, but on grounds of political party affiliation. So, for us, after the plenary or whatever that has happened on the floor, we felt it is better to register our position with Nigeria, which is the first. So we had to leave the plenary to have to walk out of the plenary to address you. Again, there is also section 84, which has to do with the primary elections. Our position remains that method of selection of candidates should be an internal party. And the political parties should be allowed to determine what method they want to adopt, selecting candidates that will represent them, not to be cocooned to either direct primaries and so these are issues that we feel that Nigerians should take up from here. As your representative,
asking Nigerians to take it up from here. There's nothing more that they can do because obviously they are not as major in the House. The APC is a majority, so when things like this are passed, most of the time, you know, it obviously goes in the favor of the APC, and this is why a couple of Nigerians were afraid of the one-party system, because with that means there's no opposition, and so the party would only do what interests and favors them. They would drown the voice of the opposition. So what should Nigerians do now? Because these are our lawmakers. Basically, whenever things are brought up on the floor and yay or nay, the ruling party, which is more, says yay. And there have been calls that Nigerians please join politics. Because even if your person or whoever it is you prefer becomes a president, if you have majority of the opposition in the Senate or in the National Assembly or in the House of Rep, that dispensation will face a tough one. And that is the strategy that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu decided to apply, where you have a harmonious Senate and House of Rep. Nobody counters what you says, and anything you want is done seamlessly.
Yes.
That is basically what this is, you know, this represents. So where do Nigerians, where are they placed?
Esther, that statement that they meant that Nigerians, the House members made, Nigerians should take it from here. Remember, it was our sovereign power we gave to them. And those people representing us have said, you send us to do this, we have tried to do it, and they say, no, take back your power. That's what they are telling you and I. So every Nigerian that feel the pain of this APC and know that things are not going well should come out and protest.
They came out to protest today.
Not only they, we.
Okay.
Everybody, Okada man, Keke man, businessmen and women, everybody should shut down whatever they are doing and said, because they have given us the power. They have given our power back to us. That's what I like, because we would, based on this statement, we have a legal power to talk. And they are calling for anarchy. Nigeria is finished. They are calling for anarchy because people you have given your sovereign power say what you send us and people are trying to trample upon it. Take it back. Do what you want to do so that we can be in a shape. So we are calling on everybody. It's no longer their thing. It's no longer their thing. It's not like some people were calling me, turning battalion, disturbing the nation. They will do this. I say forget about it, because what we are crying now is for everybody. Whether you're an artisan, or whether you are a trader, whether you're a businessman, or whether you are whatever you are, let us say no. It's not only those people in Abuja. I have said it here. In your state, let there be protest, because our people have said, take it from here. We have done our best.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get your reaction right about now. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. Shola on the line, calling from Egbeda.
Please go ahead.
I greet Mr. Ambata and Mr. Kundayo, right? Mr. Lawal, yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. See, it's getting, I don't want to use the word interesting. I want to use, we are getting closer. You understand? Nigeria is now between the devil and the deep blue sea. Nigeria is now at the verge of where we need to decide now or never. Because the country has been snatched by people that are not patriotic. They are people that are of selfish interest, not national interest. And now it has been more pronounced than ever under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is the president that I have seen, that has institutionalized agberoism. I am bold to say this. I've never seen this kind of government where impunity is at its highest order. You understand? And Nigerians now, this is the only chance we have to salvage the future of our country, of our generations to come. Why am I saying this? It's just a particular few that have been going to this Abuja every day. Today they were tear gas as well.
Yes,
now it is not just like Mr. Ekudaya said and Mr. Abata. People on the street now, what really pains me, what my concern is that are Nigerians really ready? And the readiness has to do with one thing majorly, docility, and the other one is fear. You understand? Many are like, if you look at this religious thing, it has really affected Nigerians. Some, the prayer they pray is that, well, God, just take care of me. Once I'm okay, you understand? No matter how it is, and you will know Nigerians praying that even if a bag of rice is 500,000, as long as I know my God will provide for me, let us just think this kind of mentality. No, that's the truth. Until we'll be fair, because when I look at my children, you understand, I'm close to 50. It's not as if I'm at the class now. There's no middle class anymore. But at the same time, I still have a fear for my children's future. You understand? Despite the fact that I believe in God, because the kind of country that I envisage for my children is a country that will have the enabling environment where leadership is going to be exemplary. You understand? Not the kind of leadership where there are crooks and criminals. I'm not sorry to say this. So Nigeria should come out. It should be nationwide. But that's just my fear. I don't know how, if Nigerians are ready for this. Because if you don't take the bull by the horn now, it is all over. I am telling you. And it is good that they have come out to show us their true colors now. What they want to do. We have seen it. So Nigeria should take this bold step now. It is now or never. Don't let me just give room for others to talk. God bless you.
Thank you for that candid expression. All right, 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
My name. Good evening, Africa. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, my name is Ekom. I'm calling from Igbos.
Welcome, sir. Is this your first time?
Yeah, my first time caller, yes.
Wow, well done. Thank you for joining us. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you, ma. I want to say something. And it's enough for Nigeria. Nigeria is enough of these nations that we are taking from these people. Let's come out and hit the street. Let them know that yes, we are serious. Let's come out and hit the street. Let these people know that we are not cowards. Let Nigeria know that this government is all of us, not for only them. So that's what I want to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Well, Mr. Tony, you said something that these people are pushing Nigerians to the wall, and it's like they're looking for something.
We need to react.
The president also had once advocated for a system of government that is regionalized. He had always insisted that we are not one in this country. And it's funny because he made that statement when he was on the opposing side, but now he's now the very president of this nation that he had once advocated for us to go our separate ways or disintegrate. A couple of persons feel that the heated polity is deliberate. He's already infusing that disintegration quietly, gently, but assertively. Is that what it is?
Esther, when I said that the political leaders of this country, they don't like the unity of this country, I am not missing word.
So if you don't like the unity of the country,
they don't want it.
Why do you want to lead a country that you want to disintegrate?
They are deceiving themselves, not Nigerians.
Let me give you one that is happening. Look at what is happening in Oyo State. Look at what Governor Seyi Makinde is doing to Alaafin. You see the way he's trying to destabilize the whole. He's already destabilizing the whole of the Yoruba
structure
nation, creating chaos. Why? Because of your. I don't know what I'm going to use to describe it. Your own is to govern. What have you got to do with the traditional system, for God's sake? What has he got to do? Now, he now made all the chiefs. He made the chiefs under the Alaafin. He gave them crown. Who are you to give crown? Is it part of what you are there to do? But because he has the power, he is the one who elected the judges. So he believes he can now do. But he will leave. You know how many years he's going to live?
What's the difference in what he's doing in comparison or in contrast to what the current government is doing?
That's it. You see,
because you complain that you're oppressed and suppressed.
He's a dictator in his state. The president is doing his own. The governors are doing their own. Even the local government
chairman. The politicians are all the same. Regardless of the political party they belong to.
They just create problems.
All right.
I don't know what mentality they have.
All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir.
My name is Robert. I greet your guests. I think, let me speak on Asari Dokubo. You remember, Asari Dokubo, when this man, Rivers State Governor Fubara, was before he was removed, he threatened, he said, if that man is removed, still will heaven fall, we do, in his presence, Obara was removed. They declared state of emergency for how many months before he returned back again. This man will not say one single thing. He also threatened that if America come to Nigeria, they will face them. He has not raised a pain. The same, the same Asari Dokubo. The difference between him and Wike is not what you understand. So, if Mama is speaking, my sister, let us look him. I don't just know what to. Even the Niger Delta, whatever they were fighting for today, are they not the one enjoying it? Some people are protesting. My mom village now that there's no light for how many months now. The men, Niger Delta men, they are the one they gave contract to. They are the one that they are enjoying it at the expense of all the right? So they are fighting for themselves. Forget about when Bola Ahmed Tinubu came into power. I know he went. We saw him with entourage. Went to Asoro to greet him. Later, he was even at the time he was insulting the man again. As if that So, in fact, these people, somebody should not just take them serious. That's my contribution. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Thank you for calling. 08036929933. And the number to call is 08036929933. WhatsApp 0817175638. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Esther, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you? All right, welcome. Please go ahead. Can you turn down the volume of your radio? Hello? You haven't turned down the volume of your radio. Turn it off completely. Turn off the radio.
Turn it off. So the truth of the matter is that our political order has been raised from our leaders. And because they have not done the right thing they're supposed to have done from initial point, starting from the colonial masters, and if they have done it right, all these problems we are passing through would not have gotten to this point. Now, we are talking about APC, PDP, and the rest. Don't forget that the whole state has been almost been taken over by APC. Now, go to the National Assembly, it is also the same thing. Go to state, also the same thing. It is difficult for Nigerians that are clamoring now to come and protest, to go and protest for what has been already gotten bad. So how can it be possible? And we are talking about who are going to protest, me and you. These politicians are talking about now, all their children are abroad. So by the time we begin this, before you know it, some will injure, some will be killed at that point. So it will be very, very difficult. The only solution is just as we are saying on radio now, is to be able to go and talk to some that are in authority that can help us and collide with other nations or United Nations or West Africans that can be able to come to the aid of our nation and see if this situation can be arrested. It is difficult.
All right.
At this point, yes.
All right, thank you very much. 08036929933. 08036929933. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
How are you? What's your name?
Kano.
Kano calling from where?
From Isolo.
All right, Kano from Isolo, please go ahead.
Good evening.
Thank you people so much. And I thank God for giving you people that wisdom and light. What is happening in the country is what you saw in the 60s. I said let everybody go his way. And the same problem continues. And the people on authority don't want to address the issue. Well, there's no problem. And I knew that the anger of God will be upon the leaders of this country. Because their leaders are not rulers. Their rulers are not leaders. I'm very, very sorry for them. They will gather and their words will go in vain. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 08036929933. 08036929933. Hello.
Hello, Esther, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Mr. Tony, but I meet you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
I meet you, Kundayo. I'm Aziz Sonny calling from Ojalaba.
Welcome, sir.
You see, Auntie Esther, let me tell you, I don't know whether the House of Assembly, I think that is. Can you hear me, Auntie Esther?
Yes, sir.
I said that what I think that is this House of Assembly. Is it a small children have a playing? How will the mature elderly people are making the mocking Nigerian people? Don't be playing the gathering like age of 10 to 5 years. So maintain that we will defeat Nigeria. Yes, let me ready that is them dey the battle now. And they remember that is all the whole world are hearing them and look them. What are doing for that House of Assembly? We are the people. We send them to there to representing us. The power belongs to the people, not to the House of Assembly. Now we take them to do a electoral reform, and we need to electoral reform. Then present and the argument from the House of Assembly, and the other people are work out. Please make them ready for Nigeria. Thank you, Sister Esther.
All right, thank you, sir, for calling. All right. Hello, good evening. Hello? Hello? All right, 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Esther. How
good
are
evening,
you?
Sir. I am fine. What's your name?
My name is Ernest from Ikotu.
All right, Ernest, welcome. Please go ahead.
Okay, I just want to, contribute on the matter at hand. What Nigeria need now is that Nigeria need to come out because nobody will do it for us. Is when we decide, we stand and say no to them. Without we to come out and say no, they will be continue doing whatever they want. Why Trump call this Africa shithole? Because at a certain time, when our leaders are misbehaving, we will keep quiet and they will be matching us. But as a human being, we need to say no, so that the world will see us, see that we are protesting. Now that the world is seeing us, they will come and say what is happening. So what Nigeria will do now is for them to come out. That is my own contribution.
All right, thank you very much. 08036929933 and the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. 0817-1756-338. That is the WhatsApp number. All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Sister.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Peter Wija.
Peter Wija. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Sir, calling from where?
I'm calling from Satellite.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Tony, hello, Timre.
Adama.
Okay, straight to the point. You see, there is no need we biting our tongues in speaking grammars of what we are going to do in Nigeria. Nigeria is 3 countries that are being suppressed. We have too much intellectuals that can do each country. Let us go apart, then there will be peace. If not, there is never going to be peace in this country. I'm just telling you, as an Igbo man, and we have seen it, and we have seen what is going to happen in future. The only thing is us to go apart. Let us not be biting our tongues. Nothing can be done any longer. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much for calling. 08036929933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello? Hello? So this number you've been calling on WhatsApp, I think your internet is not strong enough. Can you kindly call the number line, please? Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, that's good evening.
I'm fine. Welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Andrew, coming from Lagos.
All right, Andrew from Lagos. Please go ahead.
Yeah, that argument you were having with Tony Bata, I think you didn't get it right, though. During political campaign, everybody say, don't vote for this person. He say thief. Don't vote for this one. APC called Jonathan and Jordan Buhari all sort of names, uncountable names. Even the same president, when he went to Akwa Ibom, he said, this one behind, that build house behind my window. That is referring to Odo Emmanuel. If not for the sake of God, in fact, make a live. And they were trying to tell Akwa Ibom people they should not listen to Odo Emmanuel, that maybe he must have taken their money and build a house behind him. So that argument was not there. It's not supposed to be there because politicians say all sorts of things. You can see one of the analysts mentioned that it is done and it's not illegal. Even this Erufai, not being talk say you can say anything you like in politics, and while the opponent is fighting over that, you navigate and go to the next level. Before you prove yourself right, you don't do vote finish and you go. So that is just by the way. Then this issue of the reform. Can you imagine the way Akpabio is speaking? But the problem is there. Joesu go on strike. ASU go on strike. And I've never seen NBA journalists going on strike. Where they go? So just wait, please wait. Who do you want to go to that road to go and do that? Look at what happened in NSAS. Do you know most of the people detained in NSAS? They are now. I'm telling you, what I'm trying to say.
Do you know that the Channel's reporter was involved in an accident? I think it was,
I know
spinal cord injury.
They went for commissioning of a project. It wasn't strike. It wasn't strike. I followed the news.
No, I'm not even on strike. I'm even saying that these are part of the hazards of the job, and now.
But this one is national hazard. Not the.
If the police should go on strike, who will tell you what is happening?
Wait. When they go to, there is what they say. If they are dancing in a village square, the elderly men will sit down on the high table while the young ones will be dancing. When we are not getting it right, the elderly ones will correct up. So you push will also. Just let us not argue with my brother. You should also come out and join us because we don't have the capacity. I'm telling you, because once we go there, they'll pick us up. We don't have lawyer. We are not lawyer. We don't have anything. We can't defend ourselves. So, but your voice can be heard. Okay, for example, in the radio now, say you are talking. I will leave you for about one and a half hour to talk before we talk. Then when we want to talk in some radio station, listen 1 minute. We will nearly bite our tongue when we are trying to bring a fact. But we give you all the time because we believe you know more than us. So that is it. If a lieutenant in the army of US, now they day front carry gun, other people be following him. That's what they do. Not be this rank type when they do here. Do you understand? I'm not saying you are not trying. You are. But the thing is becoming more critical. You had the last caller. It becomes more critical. Nobody's going. Look at the noise they were making there. They should stand up. They should just raise up your hand. Just stand. Don't like children. Look at, like, have you witnessed U.S. Congress? This is where they do it. They will mention one name. Norman? Nay. Esther? Yay. They will just be doing it like that. One person will say, whether the secretary they call her, he will be at the middle of the hall. Putting this Congress together, all of them will be touching their button in their table. Even they want to talk, yay. The woman will pin it because you know the name that they called before the person say you, just like you, what you say, and then everybody will be answered. Now look at the way they're saying, everybody stand up, they want to make it loud. At the end of the day, the other one 15, the other one 110. 110 has won. Majority, carries the vote. You understand? So we are really in a very big trouble because even this election we are talking about, look at the transmission division. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay, look at.
All right, thank you very much. Hello? 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 You guys calling on WhatsApp, make your internet strong, go. I know they hear anything. You're not even speaking. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Hallelujah. I've been asleep today. Since 2 years.
Really? 2 years?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome.
Good evening, Kudayo.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Good evening, brother.
Sir, please, what is your name?
My name is Vincent.
Your name is what, sir?
Vincent.
Mr. Vincent, this is your first time?
Yes, this is my first time. That's why I'm happy.
Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us today.
I will sleep today. I will sleep.
Okay. Please go ahead.
You are trying. I am trying. From morning to the night. Every day. Tell me that thank you. I beg. I want you people to reason Nigeria. Make on alone take Nigeria. Kill yourself, I beg.
Thank you.
Nigeria have gone. And what I want to say, let everybody come out. We don't die. People will rebel. They want to kill us finish. They say election. Who go to vote them after we die finish? I beg. You people are trying. I tell God beg you now. We will fight. Beg. Look how we can draw. I beg. Nigeria have gone.
Okay.
So, I have my PVC. My children have PVC. Let everybody come and choose our choice. And what I want now, make everybody come out.
Okay.
These people are not ready to attend anybody. These people are not ready to answer poor people. They are ready to kill. They are ready to destroy. They are ready to kidnap. How many years now they are really APC? 11 years complete. There's nothing. That's my own comment. I don't have any long comment. Let everybody come out and fight our rights. Thank you
very much. Hello, good evening, sir.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hello.
Go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Well done. Great
Thank
job.
you.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, so I want to talk about the thing that happened, I think, in Abuja, that took life of someone. That somebody was daggered, and I think the market, I listened to the video you played, that he was explaining that they are Christian and all that. I don't want to believe that, sincerely speaking, because even if we have Hausa Christians, we have Fulani who are Christians, and their faith do not teach us to kill in order to resolve a dispute or whatever. So I don't think those people are Christian. They may call the Christian. We are not used to daggering people and knifing people and all that. So that is by the way. For the National Assembly, well, I'm not surprised. Anybody that was even expecting good city to come out of them, that person should think twice and should rethink, because of course they are playing their ground. They are making sure that they want to make sure that everything go well in 2027, that APC will eventually win, in 2027. That is the reason for all this hola baloo, the National Assembly. In House of Rep, they were quite different, but now look at what happened.
Yeah.
They are singing a different.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Well done the job.
Thank you so much.
God will bless you.
Thank you so much.
Help me to greet Mr. Ekodayo and Mr. Tony Mupata.
Thank you.
God will bless them because they have never relent on Nigeria issue because of the future of the masses. I thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Comrade Roko from Ejigbo.
Comrade Roko, thank you for calling.
Thank you, ma. Well done the job, ma.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. All right, 08036929933. That's the number to call. We'll soon be taking WhatsApp messages. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello, sir. Good evening. How are you?
Fine.
Sir, where are you? Are you on the road?
Yeah. Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. Where are you?
Well done the job.
Kai, Oga, be like say you did market. No vex, eh? Try and get somewhere quiet so we can hear what you're saying, please. All right? Hello, good evening. Hello?
Good evening, I can hear you.
Yes, what's your name?
My name is Dipila.
Dipila, calling from where?
I'm calling from Oshodi.
All right, Mr. Dipila, please go ahead.
Let me thank my two comrades where the studio with you. I can tell you the truth. I don't like speaking English here. Nigerians are coward. We are coward. We are very, very coward. Instead of coward, the warriors. You see, to motivate our brother. I'm a Rate member. I'm a full Rate member. Enugu voice of Enugu Rate. And we are coming out for this particular. We are joining obedient. The movement is coming. I know the last time we protest, I know how many of our members they are shot, both of the 30 states. All these youth are cowards. In short, I know even today now, I can see people mobilizing themselves against anything that want to happen in Lagos. They start attacking innocent people. Judgment Day is allowed. That's my own. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. The Pillar from Oshodi says is a member of the Ratel movement. All right, good evening, Esther. What is Mbata saying? So, Babangida, who had said one information for so long and now said another thing which favors you guys and you start hailing him. It's the same way you guys are hailing El-Rufai, whom we all knew sponsored some Boko Haram into Nigeria under Jonathan and Buhari. But you and your, why now? Are you one of those guys? David, can you try to talk on issues and don't sound sentimental or with bigotry statements? This is a bigotry statement. I beg, we don't tolerate that on this platform. Thank you very much. God bless you, David. All right, this person says, Esther, it's time you allow people to say what is real. Enough of this, your protection on your president. I don't know whether you are getting alert from them. One day you yourself will talk without biting words. What is all this? Venus from VI. Venus, might be new, but we have to be careful with certain things that we say on national radio, okay? Sorry, this is not your personal radio station. This is a national radio station. So things need to be said with decorum. We can say things in a certain way. All right. So it doesn't seem as if we're trying to divide the polity. Thank you very much. Good evening, Esther and Barrister. Oh, Barrister Dalite is not in the studio today. Good evening, Esther, Mr. Lawal, Mr. Tony Mbata. Esther, Tinubu told Lagosians not to vote for Rhodes Vival because his mom is an Igbo. Casey from Ijesha, I will not read the remaining of what you said. Because Esther, please allow him to educate our people. What Mr. Tony Mbata is saying is open and clear to Nigerians. Tinubu played politics of tribal and regional sentiments. All right, Chooks from Okafor Badagry. Okay, Esther, please. Tony is highly sentimental and ethnic bigot. More than Buhari. His analysis always centers on ethnicity. I love how you manage an uncle maturely. God bless you. Shola from Ikoton. Shola, well done. Good evening. If we ask Esther if whether late Buhari said attack on Boko Haram terrorists is attack on North, she will tell you that we are on national radio. Leo from Lagos. Okay. Esther, he said it. Don't vote for Buhari don't vote for Peter Obi in 2023. Okay. This person says, please, you guys, hold on the calls. Okay, hold on. Good evening, VOP crew and guests. I have a problem. All right. How can you be interrupting the guests? They're raising valid points. All right. Thank you. And then you now made derogatory comments against the same callers that you're castigating. For now, it is well. Good evening, Esther. Good evening to you. Thank you very much. How are you? I am fine. Good evening, Queen Esther, Comrade Tony Batan, Comrade Okundaya. Nigeria is the only country that has this application of one Nigeria, which is a false narrative, because Nigeria is not one. Countries that are one do not call themselves or whatever they like. You know, Nigeria expired since 2014. Good night, Okosisi from Ejigbo. All right, Okosisi, good evening, Esther and the guests. The reason you asked Mr. Akundai that question was to confirm what Mr. Tony Bata was saying, but the question was clearly avoided. We all know what the president said during his campaign. We only wanted Mr. Akundai to confirm it so that some people would not see the issue as a tribal argument, but understand it clearly. Hillary from Ajao. All right, Hillary. Esther, good evening. What Mr. Tony Bata was saying about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu during the 2023 elections, where he told his inner circle supporters that they should not vote a certain candidate, that he will decentralize the seaport in Nigeria, thereby causing Lagos economic retardation. The video of the statement was everywhere during the 2023 elections. Okay. Good evening, VP crew and the guests. Should be told, what played out at the National Assembly today was a show of shame. I was embarrassed seeing our dear senators, honorable members displaying certain actions. Unfortunately, that whatever bill that tends to go against the re-election, they wouldn't allow that to happen. And the international community watching them. The tear gassing of peaceful protesters at the National Assembly shows that our democracy has been bastardized. Well, we're watching as the planet is listening. Comrade Abraham. Good evening, Esther and our guests. I really think this guest should have the right to speak, evidence or no evidence. Truly, some things are not even said, but demonstrated or implied. Okay. All right, thank you very much. God bless you, Jingle Bell. Good evening, Esther. I heard what your guest said about Aburi Accord, and I want to state categorically that he is right. If the outcome of the meeting was implemented, Ojukwu would not have raised the Biafran flag. Obafemi Awolowo and Ahmadu Bello did not put the outcome into practice. Yakubu Gowon has a lot to tell Nigerians concerning the civil war and its aftermath. Creation of state killed regional politics in Nigeria. Mr. Oshibaja Comrade G from Lagos, Ikorodu. Good evening, Esther. It's a shame all manner of derogatory statements are made by some persons, and the law seems to turn its fates the other way. One would be surprised that utterances of Asari Dokubo will be neglected, same way those of Gumi was. Danger is ahead. Ogechi Onwubu from Ojo, Lagos. Chika from Mushin says Nigeria was created by force to be one, which is not working. If this country split, there will be peace because it will protect they will protect themselves against the killings by the terrorists. Good evening, SMVP family. I'm afraid of what our politicians of the day are turning our democracy to. It is high time the people that matter rise up to speak to power before things get out of hand completely. How can assembly members trying to withdraw the electoral reform bill they passed last year, on what basis are they trying to withdraw the bill? Is it what money can't do, more money can do it? Where are the members of Peace Accord Committee led by Abdul Salam? Is it just a sign for peaceful election and forget what comes up after then? Let's save our country. Benjamin from Shogule. All right, Benjamin. Good evening, Esther, and your guests in the studio. Esther, I always enjoy your presentations. Thank you. All right. All right, Victor from Ota. Victor, thank you very much. Is this government of APC, Nigeria is gone if something is not done? All right, thank you. Comrade, good evening, Esther. Comrade Tony Batam, Mr. Lawal. It is obvious that those we elected into the National Assembly have failed us. The only option left for us, the constituents, is to start the recalling process. Ima from Ejigbo. All right, Ima from Ejigbo. Well done. Good evening, Esther and Mr. Lawal and the other guest. Point of correction on your other story. The fight was between a northerner and a middle belt guy. Benue is middle belt, not north. Note, please. Okay? Good evening, Esther. Good evening to you too. Thank you. With the high level of intrigues and manipulations, I doubt whether the people will have a voice or on tenure elongation if the parliament makes a push in the constitution. Very unfortunate and sad. Noah from Igondo. Esther, do you know Nigeria? Otilo, do you know APC don't peer Nigeria? This APC don't want to leave anything for the unborn generations. Emma from Isala. All right. Hello. Okay, this person says, no, sorry, that's AI. You didn't put your name. That's what you just sent to me right now on WhatsApp is AI. First time texter on your show. Welcome. Please send it. Give us electronic transmission or nothing. Nigerians, let's come out and protest. This person says, Land Raid PJ from Michigan. APC government is a fraud. Tinubu doesn't mean well for Nigerians. What a disgraced country. The whole world is watching. Fraudulent gangsters, senators. Akwabe is a disgraced Senate president. Nigeria will happen to them and family before 2027. Land Raid PJ, people no. Good evening, Esther. The so-called representatives and senators are not doing our bidding. Isn't there any other way or ways that Nigerians can take the bull by the horn? JJ from Badagry. JJ, come out and vote. Make sure if you're not comfortable with them that they don't come back in 2027. That's just the only way. Protect your vote when you come out to vote. Otherwise, What's the plot towards the matter? I'm not a fan of Asari. From what Asari said and what the other man said, what's the difference? Why act like you don't live in a country where the moment people see or hear you're from the north, they automatically assume you're a Muslim, Hausa or Fulani, hence their reaction when something happens, okay? The man you played his voice note doesn't even sound nothing. He spoke a little Hausa, as he didn't also counter what Asari said. So I don't know what should cause propaganda. Asari call for Biafra. Is that disposition coming from a comparison with someone else? Is Asari calling for Biafra? Did he say security agents be killed? Who is this person? So what's the agenda? Tay, I'm not understanding you today. Your analysis or your submission is not sounding very intelligent. The other person tried to correct the narrative and did not pin it on anybody. Asari was speaking it on a certain group of persons without confirmation. So that's the difference. And then
misunderstanding the two,
and then obviously
Asari
Dokubo is trying to create what do you call hostility in the polity or create a sense of ethnic genocide, while he was the same person who was backing up this group initially, right, saying and calling for the disintegration of Nigeria. So it's a place of where do you stand? What do you stand for? What do you represent? Okay, if you're supposedly considered as an elder statesman. Esther, Messrs. Ekundaya and Tony Bata, please enlighten me. Is Akpabio's Senate doing electoral reform law for itself and president or for the generality of the country? If it is for Nigerians, let there be neither retreat nor surrender until the right thing is seen to have been done, even if they surreptitiously pass it according to the whims and caprices. Nigerians should stand up and reject it outrightly until the right thing is done. Tony Anelli from Ijagemo. All right, this person says, Nigerians are the only people who, when pushed to the wall, they press the wall till they are able to enter inside it. Tell me why the whole of Abuja was not shut down with the thousands of people because of this protest, even after seeing people like Wike and what they're planning for this government. Companies could not suspend operations and make sure people partake in such an important protest. We're not serious in this country. The masses are not ready. I saw the crowd the other day at the City Boys movement, all youth. Ororo from Ayobo. All right, good evening, Esther. Greetings to your guest. When the infamous fuel subsidy removal was announced, I called on Nigerians to boycott the fuel stations until the pump price returned to the original price. People called me names. Now we are swimming in it. Is Nigeria ready to take back their destinies from the evil hands of those wicked rulers? Until we wake up from our slumber. Stephen Akin Bisola from Ijegun, Lagos. All right, Mr. Stephen, well done. Hi, this is Hyacinth. Asari Dokubo is hallucinating and only a political jabber. God will reward him shortly. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Esther.
Oh, former citizen
I'm Mr. Kundaya. Yes, thank God, you know.
Welcome.
Yes, I beg you, please reach out to that guy for me.
Okay.
I see. I told you people that in this country that we are, these people will not sign it. Didn't I say it? So see, I will say it again. If we don't stand up, I'm advising people that are going to protest. They should consult Amadu Aha. Also go before they try that thing again. No. They should not just go and die like fowl because these people are prepared. I sorry for those police an army that are doing those things. So maybe I know they will retire. And please, I want to beg you, don't bring up the case of retired soldiers and police again, because you see what they are doing on behalf of the government. Good evening.
All right, good evening. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. All right, 08036929933. All right, hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir, please turn down the volume of your radio.
I'm walking away from the radio.
All right.
Yes, how you doing?
I do fine, sir. Good evening.
Bro, Mbata, how you doing?
I did fine today, but very.
My brother, Ekutayo, how are you now?
Fine, thank you.
Please, I appreciate all of you being there.
Thank you, sir.
I want to take your mind back. When the present man, who is the president ruling Nigeria today, campaigned in Oka, he said to people of Oka that Peter will deny them again. That is, he went to the reference from the scripture. However, my name is Comrade Ago.
Comrade Ago, welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. He said Peter would deny them again. He denied Jesus 3 times. Now that is that. And another point, I have been listening to VOP from 7 o'clock to 12 noon every blessed day, and after this evening rush. So, you see, I want to take your mind back. A man called their studio on the 18th of September 2024. Yeah.
24
you
or
were on
25?
stage with 25. You were on stage with Barrister Darlington, both of you. See, that man said, do you know Abeokuta Cemetery? And he concluded that those that kept Nigeria in this situation, that we should watch what will happen to them on 7th of August. In fact, another man called their studio again from Wari, the same statement. I am relying on those points. All these things people are saying there is good, though. It is good, though. Honestly, it is good. But I am hoping, if they truly, they are dead ones that died because of Nigeria, that will wake up and sanitize Nigeria. That is where I rely. In fact, Esther, God bless you. Had it been that I'm still a single man, I would have tried to locate your place in Mbano. I would have tried my best to locate where you come from in Mbano, but I'm a grandfather.
Thank you so much.
Bless all of you. But I could die your Valentine. In fact, please, there was a man who brought that last week or last 2 weeks ago. That funny man, please bring him again.
Oh, is it Mr. Martins Onovo?
God bless you. Thank you so much. I have a nice night.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going on a very short break. The conversation continues. To kindly stay with us, please.